Hello, kiddies, and welcome to Clone Wars Weekly, the only show that broadcasts directly from the Kessel Run. I am your luxurious Rodian host, Ronin, and here are my co-hosts, Bitil.
Oh, but you said my name already, so that kind of eliminates the need for... I was gonna burp, but then you scared it away.
And the Quintonator.
It's Echo. It's pronounced Echo, and I'm eating mince!
You're eating men's?
You know, I just realized, you know in the movie Tarzan, right? When he's like pounding on his chest, screaming?
Yeah?
That's not physically possible.
Okay.
Like, you go like, you feel like the vibrations in your voice. Like, what the fuck is wrong with humanity? Ow.
That is actually very true and completely unrelated to what we are going to be discussing today.
Are you sure
I want to
about
try that now.
For him, it seems to work. Just because he doesn't have any, like, skin. He's just bones.
He's only bones.
He's just bones, yeah.
That's my ribcage. I can literally feel my ribcage.
Ew. Dude.
And speaking of feeling your ribcage, we are going to be getting a little sinister tonight here on Clone Wars Weekly as we discuss villains across all of Star Wars. Now, this isn't limited purely to the Clone Wars anymore, though it's probably going to be quite defined by it. Now, we're going to have this purely to all Star Wars media as what type of villains left the biggest impact on us in the Star Wars universe. This is talking like expanded universe, even the non-canon crap.
Did you just say cocking the uncanon? You said cocking the uncanon crap.
I imagine Ronin's face right now.
You gotta pick your words a bit better.
Sitting there with just like blank expressions, staring at his computer.
Okay, I'm done. Just keep going. Especially, see, look, you mentioned kids, us being sinister, and cocking uncanon crap, man. This is like lawsuit written all over it. And Ronin will be charged because he sounds like he's 48.
Ronin is in town tonight.
No.
Uh,
Keep your spice away from my children.
Never babysitting my kids.
Hey kids, want to have some
You
spice?
probably like turn them into like some lizard thing or something. You
Ooh,
like trip
I
or
give
something.
out fruit roll-ups to kids at my church. I throw them at them.
You
though.
realize I can literally not keep any of this.
Oh, but this is good.
Alright, so tonight let's just talk about some of our favorite Star Wars villains, because
Right.
there's been so many, a lot fail, but some have left a legitimate impact on us as fans, and I think it would be very interesting to discuss them. We've talked about villains in the past on Clone Wars Weekly, but typically it's just been from the Clone Wars show. This is from all of Star Wars, the movies, the shows, the expanded universe, even the non-canon crap. Did that work? Did that work?
That worked that time.
Thank you.
You didn't use any profanity.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask you first, Bitil. What would be the villain of Star Wars that has left the biggest impact on you? It's from anything. You can pick one.
Well, it used to be Vader until,
The prequels.
That and Force Unleashed
no.
and some comics and some
I think
video
it's
games.
weird. For the longest time, episode 4, 5, and 6, Vader was untouchable. Even the prequels wouldn't ruin his image, and then they made the Force Unleashed games. So
His ass was like in the ground every 12
Then
seconds.
they made him shout no.
true.
Yeah.
No.
As for favorite villains, I don't know. I can't say Revan because he's not really a villain anymore.
True.
I'll say Malgus for argument's sake. I will definitely say Emperor Malgus.
That is actually a really good decision. I've been thinking about him earlier when I was prepping for the show.
I see nobody who doesn't play Tor will know who he is. He's the dude in the trailer, when Jedi temple's all falling apart. He's just like walking away and like super slow-mo, raising his hood up. That guy.
He's walking away to our old theme song.
Isn't he in all the cinematic trailers for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the first
one. It's supposed to be like
one.
a timeline for him.
That's true. You see his change as the story goes on.
It does it backwards, though.
That's true. That is very true.
That is strange. But yeah, he was one of the better characters I think they made, yet everyone just calls him a Vader ripoff.
But in regards with Malgus's character, I really liked what they did with him and that Twi'lek slave/wife gal of his.
Ah, yes. He apparently... This is sort of... I think this is another reason why people compare him to Vader, was because he did have like this sort of love life, except he didn't kill her out of the same reason Anakin did. Anakin did it because he was trying to save her, so he killed her.
Which makes total sense.
Well, with Malgus, he killed her. I think it was because he saw her as a weakness to his image, and because he found her, he was like that one thing that was keeping him from achieving the power that he craved.
What I was seeing when I was reading about his story, I apologize, I probably should have read it in more detail, but from what I saw, she was actually turning him to the light side because she was the only one who still loved him and saw the truth and good of him, which I found really good because normally the Jedi run away from love, thinking it's such an evil thing. So that was such a beautiful little twist on it, that her love was turning to the light side, and therefore he had to kill her in order to stay a Sith.
But yeah, he
ended up becoming more powerful as a result. Sorry.
But he is one of the better characters, I think, to appear in Star Wars in the past, like, decade at least, because he is one of the more original ones, and I don't know, his story is just a lot more fulfilling, and it just feels more real, where you get like these, you get Starkiller, okay, he's a little kid, rose by Vader kills him, throws him into space, he dies, he comes back, only to be killed again later on in the same game. What the fuck?
And that's just the first game.
And then the second one happened.
Oh
God.
My goodness. But yeah.
He already died twice in one video game.
With Malgus, I also liked that he's not wholly evil. I talked to him once, and he said that mindless oppression serves no one, and he, of course, wanted to create his own empire of Sith that had aliens involved as well, instead of the xenophobic at the time.
Yeah, so that's the whole story point to the ending when you get to Ilum. You finish these missions for Malgus, if you're Empire side, obviously, and then basically, per the ending of that mission, you find out that he's secretly been using all the things you've done, to all the resources you've collected to create this new empire for himself, for all of basically the aliens that the regular empire that you serve is shunned.
And really,
then,
and really, why wouldn't you want to side with this guy?
I would have joined him if they would have allowed it. I definitely would have joined him. I mean, because even a lot of the Imperial troopers, even they joined Malgus. A lot of the Sith sided with Malgus, because he did stand for something that did make a lot more sense.
It's kind of a shame that you were unable to do so in the game. But let's move on to you then, Q.
Oh God, he's gonna say Barris.
Oh my goodness.
How do you know?
How do you think?
Oh.
Call it a hunch.
You really?
How about this? You cannot say Barris.
Yeah.
But I'm going to anyway.
No, you're not. If you do, we're gonna skip you and go to Ronin.
Oh, please.
No, there are billions of other characters to choose from. You're not picking that stupid one that turned evil at the last minute for no reason.
Wraith!
Who? No, Wraith from the Old Republic?
Wraith? Wait, who's Wraith?
She's the Mirrorland gal that Quinton has to kill.
No, please. Q, she's not a villain.
Yes, she was. She was a misguided.
Count.
She was misguided.
She doesn't count.
Yes, she does.
She's not a villain. Okay, what can you tell me about her besides she's a freaking mirror?
She was in my guild, my group.
You don't know what the group is called.
You don't know what the.
She wasn't in your.
Of my mints.
No, you joined her group. You, Jesus.
My mints.
What the heck?
I think he dropped his mints.
No!
Oh my goodness.
I spilled my mints.
Good. Hey, just since we're on the podcast, I gotta try this. So for Halloween, right? I robbed some little kid of his candy. Kidding, I didn't really do that. But I did manage to get these weird candy things that apparently pop when you like eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Pop rocks?
I don't know what the hell they are, but I'm gonna try them.
Pop rock.
If I die from this,
You got to pour in a lot of soda in with that.
no, you don't. It just says here you're just supposed to eat it. Shut
Those
up.
are pop rocks.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try this. If I die from this, tell my loved ones I did indeed love them. Here we go. Oh, what the fuck? Ow, what the fuck?
What is it doing to you?
Ow. It's like the 4th of fucking July in my mouth.
Alright, I guess that would transition over to my villain pick.
Wait a minute! No, it's not!
Yes, it is.
We are talking about Zora, aka Wraith. My favorite.
Fine. Continue your conversation about Wraith. I want to hear this.
She was my favorite. I had really high hopes for her.
She died.
Whenever I met her on my squad.
Wasn't she like the most sadistic member of the squad?
No, that was
No.
Twitch or whatever the hell his name was.
Okay.
That was like there was this one dude. He was like it was nuts.
He was
But she was
the
definitely up there with one of the crazier bunch.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which explains why you have to kill her, no regardless.
Yeah, you can't save her. She you offer her like, all right, surrender, but then she's like, nope, and she starts shooting at you anyway. That just proves
that broke my heart.
That's idiocy right there.
Maybe you shouldn't have brought these memories back up, Q.
To be fair, there was nothing about her I liked.
I did.
Every time that I offered her peace, she just slapped my hand away and started shooting at me.
I was just happy that there was a Mirrorling character.
Okay, Ronin, just go, Ronin.
All right. Well, I could have picked from the Old Republic as well because they actually do have some pretty good stuff there. But since you guys both did, I'm not going to. Also, I could have picked Pong Krell because he was pretty awesome. But I'm gonna go a little more obscure here. While my actual favorite Star Wars in general villain would probably end up being Jango Fett. I'd say I really want to pick someone from the EU just to show people I don't hate all of it.
Just
that
98% of it.
Yeah. Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, Lord.
Has anyone heard about this guy before?
Let's not even get into him.
I have.
Why would you pick him?
He's a pretty decent villain, actually. Though I'm not actually too fond of the novels that he appeared in, and they ended his character in a really, really poor manner.
Didn't he just get shot or something?
He gets stabbed by his most loyal Nogri follower.
Well, that sounds a lot like Krell.
Yeah, you think?
Oh.
But he was actually a pretty good villain. He was very, very smart. And though you wouldn't really know it from actually reading the books.
Then why do you like him?
He had a certain aura of intimidation to him. When you were first introduced to this guy, you don't know what to make of him. He's not like your stereotypical...
He's a chiss, right?
Yeah, he's not your stereotypical evil Sith guy that just goes around killing crew members. That's not what he does. He is a genuine military leader that's both sinister and a person at the same time. He treats his men with respect, especially Grand Admiral Captain Pellin. Dang it, I forgot his rank. I'm only mentioning him because he was actually one of the few decent things about the Heir to the Empire books, and I hope those books still become non-canon, but I'm giving him a little bit of a shout out just because of how intelligent and interesting he was at the time. On that note, Jango Fett is baddest. Therefore,
he's not a villain, though.
Actually, that's a cheat code that you just said there.
It is. It is.
He's not a villain, but okay.
How is he not a villain?
I don't consider him a villain.
He's not a villain.
He's just a man trying to make his way in the universe.
Yeah,
that's what I love about him.
He even said that.
Okay, well, when we
Boba Fett could be a villain.
When we say villains, I mean antagonists.
Still wouldn't count
Characters who oppose the protagonists of the story.
How do you know the Jedi aren't the antagonists?
I kind of cared more about Jango's story.
Exactly.
I mean, Mace Windu's running around chopping off kids' parents' heads.
Exactly. How do you know they're not the villains?
Trust me, I had the same thoughts back when I saw episode 2 back in the day. It was like, wow. Mace, I know you're Samuel Jackson and whatnot, but
what the heck?
I don't think that's a Jedi thing to do. Just lop someone's head off. Well, Ahsoka does
I know.
quite a bit. So.
I read in a book once that Jedi are supposed to use restraint against like sentient opponents.
Remember, Mace Windu? Mace Windu did train in like the dark.
Yeah, he had a much more aggressive style of fighting, as I recall.
Lop some dude's head off. Jesus.
But really, I mean, if you think about it. Mace already cut off his hand. Did he need to cut off his head?
He cut off the blaster, I thought.
No, he cut off his hand.
Oh, he cut off his hand? No, I'm pretty sure he cut the blaster.
From what I saw, he cut off his hand. I watched the scene like a million times to see what happened.
I'm pretty sure it was the blaster.
It was his hand.
Audience, you decide. Was it the blaster or the hand?
Yes.
Okay, so what else are we talking about? Is that all we're talking about? I'm sick of talking about Boba Fett.
Okay.
Boba Fett.
Well, I suppose we could talk about heroes in that regard.
I'll go last this time, Ronin. You
okay.
Go.
I'll continue then in that vein. Sticking with the EU once again, because I could easily pick Kenobi. I'm sorry, that's just too
sounded
honest.
like Quinton.
But I'm going to go with my only liked EU character that I really, really appreciate.
It's Zane.
Zane Carrick from the Knights of the Old Republic comic series.
I knew it.
This guy, see, he has what I love about characters like him. He's relatable.
He turned into Nihilus.
That's only rumors.
Oh, really? I thought that was, like, legit.
I just told you it was a rumor a while ago, and you said, no, that doesn't happen.
Wookieespedia.
Can you just please let me talk about Zane?
Wookie. Go ahead.
I don't like...
Wookie!
I don't like interruptions when I'm talking. And
you've been living with it for all this time. I don't know why it's starting to bother you now.
Because it went nuts this episode.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
What I really like about Zane Carrick is that he's an insanely relatable character. With all these others... Zane Carrick.
Zane Carrot?
There's Carrick Station in the Old Republic, just for your...
Crap, these Pokemons are kicking my ass.
What the heck?
Please, I just want to talk about Zane.
Man, it's dumb Pokemon with the mustache keeps kicking my ass. I died again.
Okay,
wait, I didn't want to do that. Oh, God. I think Ronin had his fields hurt.
I think he threw his mic.
We should ask him if he's feeling it.
I threw my microphone. Guys?
Ronin!
Can't hear you.
Can you
what do you mean you can't hear me?
Feel it,
oh,
Mr.
there you
Krabs?
Okay, so back to what I was originally saying.
With
Zane Carrick, he has a relatability that you don't see with all these other Star Wars characters. Like Anakin Skywalker, he's this big, powerful, legendary type character, and his motivations don't make sense. With stuff like Obi-Wan, I like Obi-Wan, but he's still unfallible. That's what he is. With Zane Carrick, he's just a good guy, and he's goes through a lot of different stuff that shows he's not even allied with the Jedi so much. He's on the side of good.
This dude used a fucking full restore.
You know what? I quit.
It took me 10 billion years. Wait, what?
Sir!
I'll try one more time.
Got it, son.
With Zane Carrick, he has something that most Star Wars main characters have never had. That's oftentimes why I can't get into them in the first place. They all seem too inhuman, for lack of a better word.
Oh, you're back! Wrong time.
Too powerful.
Wait. I better make sure I'm recording. You better stop talking for a sec. I'm still recording.
Okay.
Wait, where'd you go anyway?
I threw my microphone on the ground and sat there steaming until I calmed down.
You know Q was playing the cool guy song.
Exactly.
Oh, are you done or are you still going?
I'm still going.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Let's just not interrupt Ronin.
Okay, I have a giant man crush on Zane Carrick, so let's just leave it at that.
Okay, that's weird.
Moving on.
You can't finish it like that.
Yes, I can. That is
okay.
It's the only thing I have not been interrupted to. So let's go with that.
Well, okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yes, it's your turn.
Oh boy! Can I choose somebody that I like? Now wait a minute. What the heck?
What?
Okay, so
what was that?
That was a flashlight, I believe. Exactly. So the character I'm gonna choose.
Can't be Echo.
They were on Camino.
Can't be Echo.
And they were at the beginning of season.
Can't be
3.
Shakti either.
Oh. Well, they just ruined everything. You ruined it.
Pick a different character.
I never talk about Shakti.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
I think we could let him choose Shakti.
I only mentioned Shakti once, and that was in our favorite female character.
I'm pretty sure he won't come
Okay, keep talking. Go ahead.
Okay, so Shakti.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You don't have anything. You don't have anything other than the fact that she was there when Echo was being trained.
She trained Echo.
See, I knew it. That's the only thing you like about Shakti.
No, she was like my favorite character back in the old days. Back with old
Micro series?
Yeah.
There wasn't really much else otherwise. Unless you want to count yelling animal Anakin or sarcastic let's blow up some pulp Obi-Wan, or I'm gonna rip through an army with my bare hands black man style Mace Windu. Note.
So yeah, Shakti.
Note.
She can she's awesome at fighting bad guards, and she's Shakti. She's not invincible in that series either.
And she gets killed by one of the lamest human characters of all time.
She's not killed. She doesn't die.
Well, that's possible, so let's leave it at that.
Yeah! None of my characters die.
Well, except for Echo.
Well, they do, but they come back later a lot.
Shakti never came back. She fell into a sarlacc and blew up.
She came back from,
No.
And by the way, people, if you're going to mention the novelization of The Force Unleashed, Karkyu.
Yeah.
Who reads that?
Exactly.
So is it my turn again?
Yes, it's your turn.
I'm my guy now. Alright, you ready?
Yes.
Galvin Merrick. A.K.A. Starkiller. This dude, let me tell you what this dude. He's so badass. He can lift Star Destroyers out of the sky with one hand tied behind his ass. And he can, pull off having almost no hair and still get, ass to any planet he goes. He's, his best friend is a ripoff of HK and C-3PO. It's like a ripoff of two characters. This banana is really green. Are bananas supposed to be green?
Yes, I think it's an American thing, though, sir.
Okay.
My banana's green.
I'm leaving. No, I'm done. That's enough creepy comments from you, Ronin.
I think he left.
Okay, I have to go take a walk. What the heck, Ronin? What the heck?
Oh, and Who was I talking about? Starkiller, right. I love him. One of the best heroes ever. He even rivals...
I can't take this seriously.
He even rivals Revan in terms of how badass he is.
I think this might be Corey.
Sure, Revan could manifest entire foundries of droids to his aid. Who gives a rat's ass when Starkiller can just lift up the entire fucking planet? Let's talk about their love lives. Revan had Bastila, his once former apprentice, not really apprentice, you control her a lot in KOTOR, you know how it is. Bastila. She died, apparently.
Maybe of old age.
But yeah, I think of old age. And then we have Juno Eclipse.
That's all we know about her.
I like her. Blonde, British. Blonde and British. With a tight Imperial outfit. Yes. I approve.
I think he's quoting Corey.
Sorry, I can't really take you seriously anymore. Right.
They're masters. Let's talk about their masters. Revan's master, we don't know too much about.
The Sith freaking Emperor.
But not really. Not really. Well, I guess if he was in his Sith Lord era, but... And then we got Rom Koda, the drunken, blind Jedi Master who manages to survive falling off of a freaking Starfleet into the blank nothingness of Nar Shaddaa. Hot diggity damn.
While blind.
While blind.
Then.
And... I mean, you just... What else can we say about Starkiller? He's badass. He's genius fighting. He's overpowered. He's the reason over 9,000 exists. Or you could just say he just fucking sucks. This banana does not taste very good. Let me tell you. I don't think bananas are supposed to be green.
What the heck?
I can't believe you let us on that whole time.
To be fair, I do like Juno Eclipse.
That's perfectly understandable. Probably the
I'm
best.
okay with Rom Koda.
He's alright too, I guess. Well, no, he's...
Too many human characters.
That's true. I do like Juno a bit more than some of the others, but she's pretty much just his love interest, so that's it.
But she plays that part well. And she flies the ship really well. And she helped me beat the game a couple of times, and she's like, you should go over there.
She plays the love interest right about as well as Satine did, actually.
No, Juno's better.
No, I'm sorry. Satine's about the same level.
Satine and Obi-Wan, they actually had, we saw, they actually had a story that we didn't even know about.
Exactly.
They had a bit more chemistry, I think, than angry Starkiller. Well, nice this second.
No,
and alright then, I'm British, so I'm gonna fly you around, fly boy. I'm gonna fly you around, fly boy. Oh yeah. Angry Starkiller. Angry Starkiller. No thanks, I'll take Satine any day over Juno.
In any case, Starkiller is my hero of choice. Why? Simply because of how fucking dumb he is. He's everything a hero should never strive to be. And I probably should say this, or else people are going to rip me a new one. This is no offense to anyone acting as Starkiller or anyone acting in Force Unleashed. Whenever I seem to pick on characters, people are like, hey, Sam Witwer's awesome. Why are you bashing him? I'm not bashing Sam Witwer. Awesome. I'm bashing the character.
Yeah, I mean, we aren't talking about the character. I like Corey Burton, for instance. He's really good at what he does.
Sam Witwer's, he's pretty badass.
Also, before we wrap this up...
Wait, I have to... Okay, what are you going to wrap this up with?
I said before we wrap this up, I also wanted to mention a different topic. A bunch of people have been asking about the status of our movie.
Oh,
that I'm going to say...
It's in production, people.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't rush pancakes.
Just end it. Just end it.
Okay.
Thank you for watching Clone Wars Weekly. Tune in next week when we talk about our favorite characters' hairstyles. Padme is not going to be on that list. Don't forget to like us on Twitter and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to us on what?
And
what
you guys, leave us a comment below if Google Plus allows you to. Tell us about
your favorite hero/villain.
Yes.
And what puts them apart from other heroes/villains.
Or else you will die.
Got it!